Let's see if the house of Carolina Herrera can go 3 for 3 on their new releases for the year of 2025. The one I got over here is 212 VIP Black NYC Elixir. Let's talk about it. Before we hop more into that presentation of the scent here, when I am referring to the releases, of course, Carolina Herrera has had a few more releases than free this year. They do have a limited edition 212 VIP Rodeo. I have not smelled that one. I'm kind of interested in checking that one out, but I better get my hands on it or I better sniff it before it's gone, because when Carolina Herrera says limited, they mean limited. But the two I have smelled, I've smelled Bad Boy Elixir and the limited edition CH Men, which is Wild Love. Both of those reviews, first impressions, are on the channel. Go check them out after you watch this one. Also, too, they did release something in their private line as well. I have not got my nose to that. But this one here, hopping into the presentation, basically at the front, you got the name, you got the elixir, and then don't be fooled, because this says Eau de Parfum Elixir. That is a bunch of bull, okay? This is an Eau de Parfum. There's no such thing as a concentration such as an Eau de Parfum Elixir. Carolina Herrera, I like you, but don't confuse people, okay? Because there's only Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum, Parfum, and then there is basically Parfum Extrait. Those are the four when we're talking about concentration, but not the point. Let's hop more into this box here. So at the back, you got CH, you got their website, and then at the bottom, you got the barcode, you got writing, all that jazz, and then at the top, you got 212. Now, this is my first 212 fragrance. I haven't smelled any from the line. I've been late to that. I've been really wanting to get black too. And then I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago, they did release an MTV version. I wanted to smell that one. I did not get my nose to that one as well, but let's go ahead and take this off, get that out of here. So I'll pick that up later, don't worry. But basically, let's go ahead. I'm going to do the bottle toss. I haven't done it for a hot minute. Haven't done a first impression. This is a first impression, so we haven't done that bottle toss. This is a heavy bottle, so we'll see what happens with that. I caught it with two hands. So didn't get the one, but got the two. But kind of sits in snug in the box there. Let's close that up. Put the box down. And then, there we go. Then here is the fragrance here. So kind of a gradient fragrance. Gray going down the black, and you kind of see through in the black at the bottom here. And then it does have some numbers at the bottom for you all to see on 212 VIP Black Elixir. And then at the top, you got the name here of the fragrance. I know you can hardly see that. Hopefully you can. It's dark in my room. And then at the back, you got Carolina Herrera right there. And then, ooh, hold on, magnetic cap, boys. Oh, man. That is awesome possum. There we go. I like magnetic cap, as you can tell. The cap is hefty as well. Here is the front, and then nothing in there as well. Let's go ahead and put the cap down for a hot minute. And let's go in for this first impression over Carolina Herrera 212 VIP Black Elixir, which is like the Valentino Uomo fragrance. Is a mouthful to say, all right? It's a lot to say, so let's go ahead and spray it. You're going to spray it on the hand and then in the air. So 2 sprays and 1 in the air. Why not? This is definitely my vibe. I will say this is, for me, smelling great already. Just off first rip, this is smelling good. So I will say in the opening, you're going to get a lot of spice. It's kind of a soft spice in a sense, but it is there. It's very prominent. I get a little aromatic just off that first spray, a little aromatics. And then I get a little balsamic feel, and it's mixing with some sweetness. And the sweetness isn't overbearing. It's not something that's going to be bubblegummy. But man, I am getting some type of spiciness here. This does have some depth to it just off first spray. Does have some lavender tones. I will say the notes for the fragrance, I did look it up before we hopped into this first impression. So it does have things such as lavender, it has vanilla, and then it has black licorice in the mid. Now, free note breakdown, the designer fragrances have been loving to do that recently, the past 2 years. They don't give you too much, but this has more than those free notes in it. Man, and this has some type of, you gotta like your black licorice, because that is very prominent, but I'm really getting at when I stick my nose to my hand. In the air here, I'm getting more of that vanilla, more of the lavender, and I'm getting some type of sweetness. Very balsamic when you smell it off the hand, off the skin here. But this one is good. It's good to me. It's nothing that's going to be really offensive. It's nothing that's going to push boundaries. I will say this fragrance here, let's put that cap back on. So this fragrance here is going to basically be something that has bits and pieces of other stuff and puts it in to this here. And it does have some alcoholic tinge to it in a sense. It's kind of got like a boozy note to it. I know from the old 212 VIP Black that did have some type of boozy note in it. And this one, it does have that as well. And to me, it has some type of like citrus tone to it. It has something citrusy. It's not like a grindy citrus. It's not like a sweet citrus. It's just kind of something to round out the scent in the opening. But in that opening, you are going to get a big prominent of lavender, soft, warm spice, I will say. Also, vanilla is going to be in that forefront if we're talking about some accords. And I do get a little bougie, I was about to say bougie. I meant booze tinge and a little citrus tinge when it comes to this scent in the opening. And it is powdery as well. I would have to go back and look at some other fragrances, but like I mentioned, it does remind me of a few other things, taste some bits and pieces to it. But this is good. I will say, is it going to beat Elixir for me? Is it going to beat Wild Love for me? I don't know. Only time will tell. But the season right now, it seems like just off my hand, off first impression, that you would want to wear this is early spring, winter, and fall. Those would be excellent. Maybe check something else from the House of Carolina Herrera when it comes to the summertime. Or, you know, I always like to say, don't like to pigeonhole my fragrances. Just make sure you know what you're doing and what occasion you're going to. Because if you're spraying 50 sprays of this in the summer, you are going to choke somebody out, especially with that black licorice note that this has in it. But you can wear your fragrance wherever. I just always like to say preferably this is where I would think a fragrance would be overall. And if you do want to wear this in the summer, I would probably recommend it wearing it on a cooler summer night. This is more of a cooler scent overall. I would say this fragrance would be a masculine fragrance, of course. And it also is more for me a nighttime scent. You could pull this off. It would remind me in the wintertime more a little bit in the day, because it seems like it's got a lot of depth to it. It seems like it's got some woody kind of facet to it as well when you're smelling it from the hand here. But as it's drying down, I'm getting more of that lavender coming out, and I'm getting more of that vanilla, really that creaminess kind of coming across how the vanilla, and I think the vanilla is the thing that's providing the sweetness. I still get a little boozy tinge, a little balsamic. I'm still getting the spiciness, but the spiciness isn't as heavy as it was on the first initial spray. And of course, I can't comment on projection and longevity because, as you can tell, the wrapping was still in the box. I haven't really checked that out at all. But this one here is solid. I will say it's solid overall. It's not something that's groundbreaking. It's not something that's fairly unique. I haven't smelled it before. It takes some bits and pieces of stuff and puts it into this scent, kind of like a blender. You throw it in there. I want to get my hands on 212 VIP Black and see how these two compare. But I will say with this one, I think it's here to stay. It's not a limited edition like 212 VIP Rodeo. I know that one is limited. Like I said, I kind of want to check that one out. I'm 50-50 about it, but I need to hurry up if I want to. So, because again, limited edition. But going back to this one here, overall, if you want something that does have not that rum or that whiskey kind of booze, it kind of has more of, I guess you could say, I think the original fragrance, the 212 VIP Black, had absinthe in it. This one's kind of got like an absinthe, kind of like a vodka type of booziness to it. It doesn't have that heavy rum or whiskey type of booziness to it. If you kind of want something that is a little spicy, got that vanilla sweetness, lavender really prominent in it, and then with a little balsamic, aromatic powder, and then with a little citrus in the opening overall, then this one would be the one to check out. The citrus kind of reminds me of when you're drinking a glass of alcohol and you have the citrus kind of garnish on there. That's how it kind of reminds me, maybe rubbing it on the rim and you're drinking it. That's what this one reminds me here. But this, I would say, for occasions, just off first spray, if I had to put my nose on, this would be an excellent clubbing scent. This would be an excellent night out scent. I'd probably veer towards something else for a date night, for prime example. But if I was going out in the night, not out of town with the boys, or going out by myself, checking everything out, running errands or something like that, going getting some food somewhere, or doing other things, doing a kind of a casual event overall, definitely would wear this one here. As it's drying down, it's getting more sweet. That spiciness is still there, and I think it's coming from the black licorice. And that lavender is pushing out more and more. You're kind of getting that lavender. It's not like a soapy lavender overall. I will say it's kind of just there to kind of blend the spices and the sweetness overall. And I will say it's kind of a fresh lavender. That's how the lavender is coming across to my nose when I'm smelling it from 212 VIP Black Elixir, the mouthful name. But yeah, everybody, that is my first impression over this scent. It's not groundbreaking. It's good. I wouldn't say it might have time to grow. I always like to say with my fragrances, they got time to grow once I give them more and more wears. But definitely going to give this one in the rotation for this fall time and the winter time. Probably more in the winter time. It's kind of got my sights set when I keep smelling it. I'm like, okay, this is probably do better in the winter time, but it will do great in the fall time, especially in those colder nights in the fall overall. Let me know in the comments down below if you tried this fragrance here, 212 VIP Black Elixir, or anything else in that line. I'll be curious to hear what your thoughts are of this line. And let me know what you think of Carolina Herrera as a house in whole. I will say, as of now, don't want to spoil too much, but I will say 2 of the fragrances are fighting for my top 5, top 10 designers of the year that I have smelled. So it'll be interesting. That list is going to be coming up very soon. As you can tell, it's crazy how it's already October, spooky season. And this one would do good for spooky season if you do celebrate Halloween, if you go to Halloween parties and all that jazz. This one will be an excellent choice to wear with your Halloween costume, depending on the vibe you get off. Like, don't get me wrong, if you're wearing something that's kind of like a surfer dude and you're wearing this, I don't know how that's going to be looking, but basically, if you were wearing something like your Dracula, for example, definitely you could be rocking this. It's going to pair well with that, of course. But yeah, first impressions, this one, it's left me with a good impression on the first impression, of course. But appreciate you all spending a little bit of time with me learning more about this fragrance here, which is Carolina Herrera's 212 VIP Black Elixir. Also, too, don't leave just yet, because at the end of this video, there will be my fragrance playlist with all the reviews, first impressions, also fragrance challenges, and then also there will be a video that the algorithm thinks you need to watch. Check that one out as well. A lot of content for you all regarding fragrance content overall, and even fitness content. But yeah, with that being said, everybody, I hope you all stay well, be healthy, be true, and I'll see you all in the next video.